YouTube channel. We're back with another vlog. This one is another collab from Keeping Up with the Griffins. Yeah. So they are our family friends here on YouTube. They have a wonderful channel, guys. If you don't have them, go ahead and check them out. We'll put the link down below for their channel. Just click on it and watch their vlogs. They do different things, from other collabos to family vlogs. They do challenges that they get from other families, and they are just fun. Check them out, guys. So this collab is called
Heart to Heart.
Yeah, the Heart to Heart collab. It's a Valentine's special, so that we get to know each other better with other couples on YouTube who we have made friends with. This includes, they tagged like 15 other families, right?
Yeah.
15 other couples.
And we thank you, the Griffins family, for getting all these amazing couples together that we are part of. So thank you so much for including us in this amazing family. And we are so happy and excited to do this collab and share about us. So people can know us more. I feel like a lot of people may not know about us as a couple, because we usually do more videos with the kids, either with Skylar or Ian, but this one is for the heart. So it's a heart to heart collab.
Heart to heart collab.
So don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Stay right here and we share about our hearts.
To begin with, before we begin the heart to heart collab video, we wanted to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Yes.
Happy Valentine's. Go ahead and show some love to your mama, to your wife, to your husband, to your father, to your sister, to your brother, to your babies, anybody.
Yeah.
But it's all about love. It's Valentine's.
Yeah, so we want to send love from our family to yours. You guys have become family. You're a YouTube family. You're great supporters. So we appreciate you a lot. Thank you for always being there for us. So we'll get started with the questions. It's 14 questions. We'll answer them one by one and then until the end. So stay tuned. Watch till the end.
Don't go anywhere.
Yes.
Hi guys, so let's get to it. Let's get started. First question, how long have you been together?
Yeah.
I am going to start by answering this question. We have been together for quite a number of years. I would say we've been together for about 5 years.
Yeah.
We knew each other from college, and we dated for a couple of years, and then later got married, moved to a different state. Now we're here. But to answer your question, we've been married for about 5 years. Yeah. We knew each other for we've known each other for about 5 years.
Yeah.
But we've been married for about 4 years.
Yeah. It kind of goes into the next question. How did you meet?
Yeah.
So we met in college. He's from Uganda and I am from Kenya. So we went to the same college. We were both international students.
Yeah.
So that's how we met, and we were first friends. And then later, at graduation year, that's when we started.
I wanted to go back to the other question a little bit.
Being serious with each other.
Lucy mentions where we come from. So most people ask us in the comments, where you guys come from, where you're from. Yeah, I am originally from Uganda, and Lucy is originally from Kenya. So, yeah, but we met in college as international students.
Yeah.
So actually, guys, going back to college, I really liked Lucy so much. When I first met her, when I was about a sophomore, I talked to her, and man, Lucy blushed me off. So I just let her be. I took a break, and I stayed doing my school and all that. And then the funny thing is, what goes around comes around.
Wow.
When we were about to graduate, we started getting to know each other more, and in our final year, we started dating again. So yeah, that's where our actual love story starts.
Okay, since we're keeping it 100,
Yeah.
let me tell the story more. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogers approached me in college, and at that time, I think this is how I think about dating fellow students, especially if you're really close to somebody in college. Yeah.
She was my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, we were good friends. We had many mutual friends, and we were taking one of our majors is the same. So we had the same professors, the same friends, the same almost everything except where we lived. And we were international students, so we lived in dormitories at our college. So that means we were very connected. And me looking at a relationship would mean risking all that, you know? And that's how I thought about it. That's how I think about dating close friends. A person who is, first of all, your close friend, not somebody you just meet and fall in love with out there, right? So,
and another thing is we're gonna stay in the same space for a while. Like
yeah,
dating somebody, but
yeah,
you have to finish your school and
yeah, like
you don't know what's next.
If anything went wrong, I'll have to see you in classes. I'll have to see you like all the way through senior year. We even have the same major. Like those are some of the things I think of. That ran through my mind every time I thought about dating someone really close to me. And you know, college is where some of the most important relationships come from, even after graduation. Like some of those people become very important in your life. You connect and you keep in touch even after college. So risking that was a big deal for me, and so I did not want to date in school at that time.
Yeah.
And Rogers couldn't take that, so
I mean, I listened to her. I give her time, and then you know, when I tried again, things worked out good.
Yeah.
Look where we are.
Yeah, so we made it. Yeah.
You never know.
So that was our first our story. After that incident, we didn't talk actually for a while, for like a year, because of that. But we later became good friends. And senior year we became good friends, and we now I was ready to pursue what we had and see where it goes, and we moved to Cali, and here we are. So
yeah
that's the story.
I didn't give up easily, you know. I'm not that person, you know?
To give up easily.
Yeah,
but that's our story from back in school. So you wanna go?
Yeah, so we're gonna go into our third question, which is, where was your first date? Oh, I know this one real good.
Oh yeah.
It's so many years ago. Actually, this was in college. I think after we graduated, or right before graduation, or right after.
2017, yeah?
Yeah, this is 2017. There was a place in one of the town. I think it was called
Alton,
something like that. Yeah, so the place was called Golden Carol. This place was amazing. Lucy used to love this place. We would either go there, like we went there for the first time. Actually, we went there multiple times. But one of those days was one I could consider to be our first date.
Yeah.
But we went back and forth to that place. We would even go there for takeout. Lucy would send me to that place. Even if I'm going to get gas and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go get gas for my car, she would be like, oh, you know the other place? Like, yeah, Golden Carol. It's a really good restaurant.
Yeah, I actually miss it. We don't have one here in Cal. I haven't seen one. I looked it up once.
Yeah,
and the closest one is all the way in San Francisco. But that was one of the first places where we have one of our, even an unofficial dates, if I would say, like just as friends, trying to catch up and have a good time. Golden Coral, it's
Do you remember the food?
It has oh yeah. It's it's like an open what? It's like a buffet,
Yeah,
a Chinese
buffet.
buffet, kind of a not a Chinese buffet, similar to that, but it has a variety of
Yeah.
things. Yeah, so that was.
They also used to have a salad bar, so they had a salad
Foods.
bar, and then they had some
Yeah.
fresh food. They had a meat section.
Yeah,
It had a variety, so I used to love that.
yeah.
So that, I think I would say that's the first place we went for a date.
Yeah, that was our first times together as a couple. So the next question is, which one is one of the most memorable moments from when you first started dating?
I got this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got this one. One of our most memorable things when we started dating was we did a road trip. Me and Lucy did a road trip for 36 hours.
Yeah.
We were stuck real good. If you guys know, have you ever done a road trip from this is I'm just asking, have you ever done a 36-hour road trip?
That's a long way.
36 hours
Yeah,
in a car.
that's a long way.
And this was from Missouri, the state of Missouri, to California.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many?
I will never forget that. That made our whole being together like so real.
That's when you learn about the person. Like, yeah, that I'm not gonna lie. That road trip. We had a lot of things that we learned.
Yeah, it was life changing for us because he made a big decision to come stay with me in Cali. So that for me that was like, okay, if this guy is going to move to Cali for me, because he had another offer somewhere else, somewhere in Texas, and he would have easily taken it. They had everything ready for him. But the fact that he decided to, okay, I'm gonna go here, so I be with this girl, I think that was it for me. I was like, okay, this is big, and I had known him for a while, so I knew what it meant to him.
Yeah. And another funny thing is, we just made a decision. We didn't have family in California. We didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew I knew a couple of friends here and there, and Lucy too did, but we weren't solid knowing that this is a good place. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were dating when we had thought about a family, but we had not solidified in that direction.
Yeah.
So that's another.
Yeah, we were actually still dating. Like, we were still getting to know each other, and that's what happens when you're an when you come from abroad and you're trying to find your way in the States. Like, you move somewhere, you're still learning to be in the US, and now you're somewhere new, so you have to learn and adapt and find your way around, you know. Like, Cali was challenging for me because having lived in Elsa, Illinois, and then St. Louis is close by. So let's say St. Louis.
Yeah, comparing St. Louis to San Francisco,
it's a big transition, and there's a lot that comes with that. Financially, even just, you know, it's a big change.
But one thing I've learned, being an immigrant in America and coming as a student and moving different places, I've lived and I've stayed in a lot of different cities and different states. Is one thing. I'm not scared of moving. I know a lot of Americans are attached to their cities and their states. They don't want to move. Like, they have family. That's another thing. So me, I don't have family here, so I'm not scared to move anywhere.
Yeah.
And what I think about the US is, anywhere you go, it can become home. So I wasn't always scared to move, so I would move anywhere. Like,
yeah, Rogers is very right. I think I'm not also afraid to move. And if you ever move anywhere, you make it your home, right? Like, you find the things you like around you in that specific place, and it will be home for you. Like, you make it fun for you. You discover people who have the same common interests as you. And like, right now, we've made so many family friends because we have kids. We're more we do a lot of activities that involve kids, so we're in that direction. and we like working out. You find people who love working out or places to work out. So it's kind of it's how you see it. Some people are afraid of moving. I don't think I'm ever gonna be afraid of moving somewhere new.
Let us know what you think, guys. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Are you afraid of moving?
I know it can be scary.
And that makes us move to the next question. Who said I love you first?
I think we've answered that in one of our previous videos, but
yeah, I said I love you first. So yeah, I took the courage to say I know you loved me too. You really loved me too. I took the courage, you know.
I did.
Yeah. And the next question is, when was the moment you knew you were in love? So for me, I knew I was in love when Lucy started getting serious with me and asking me questions of where are we gonna move after graduation? What am I thinking about the future? For me, I knew that I'm in love with her and she's in love with me because she started focusing in the future. For me personally, if you were looking for somebody or if you are in love with somebody and you start thinking about the future, it shows that there's a connection and there's something that you guys are building together. I realized that we are looking into the future. I had never done that with another person before. You can date people, but you don't talk about, where do you see yourself in 2 or 3 years? But when we started going that direction, I knew I'm in love and we were working together towards those goals. Yeah. What do you think? What about you?
I think for me, it was the move from St. Louis to the 36-hour drive. And the moving from St. Louis to Cali, that was it for me.
Yeah.
Because we went through a lot. First of all, graduating, and then you graduated, gotta find a job, gotta find a place to stay. You have to have a lot of things figured out before you move, and you had something going on for yourself in another state, in Texas. So that also brought something else in the picture. We were starting to get really serious in our relationship, and so you making the choice to come be with me, to move and be with me, and to love me and make sure that we are together, that was it for me. And
okay,
it was a really lovely gesture. Not a lot of people will be able to do that. I don't even know if I would, if it were you, to be completely honest. I don't know if I would have been able to do that for you, but you did it for me, and that was really lovely. I mean
sometimes we do things and we do them without knowing, unconsciously. Actually, I just did it. Was lovely. So the other question would be, what's your definition of love? I would ask you that.
You wanna go?
I think you should. You want to answer that?
I can go. Okay. What's my definition of love? I think this changes. I feel like it changes. Like when I first started dating you back in college, it was like it's only me and you, right? We don't have the kids. So it's like, okay, what do we need? What makes us happy? Like, who is Rogers? Things like that, you know? You focus on each other so much. And I'm gonna be honest, the first few months or years of dating, it's much more about how you the impression you give somebody, and sometimes you haven't even gotten to know someone really well until you get to date them and spend a lot of time with them. That's when you now know them, and you know, you discover things about them that you wouldn't have known if you were just dating. So I think for me, my definition of love has changed over time. Like right now, we have kids, so we love our kids. That's another definition of love. We wanted to have 2 kids. We love working out. We love spending time together, even with kids, just finding that time together. You define, I feel like my definition of love changes all the time, and it might not even be the same a few years from now when the kids grow up and they leave us.
So,
but my definition of love is mostly just checking on each other, listening to each other, and knowing that we were us before the kids. So if we are good and loving, it translates to our family, right?
And to the kids. Yeah, for me, actually, I can relate with you for the most part about my definition of love. But to me, I feel like love is one. I'll define love with about 2 or 3 words. One, love is growth. Like to me, if you're in love with somebody, you gotta grow into different things. You have to grow into different directions, like in terms of finance, in terms of maturity, in terms of care, in terms of responsibility, and all that. Like for me, that's what when you're in love with somebody, you gotta be helping them grow, and you also have to be responsible to help your relationship grow, even in terms of finance, in terms of health, in terms of the relationship. So the growth part is very important to me. Another thing, another aspect that I think about in a relationship is dedication. So when you are in love with somebody, you gotta dedicate yourself to that person and commit to be helping them, and to also as well grow yourself. I feel like love is two-way. You can't love somebody without loving yourself. So you have to take care of yourself, grow yourself, have self-care, and then that's the other way you can be able to love the other person. Because it just reflects both ways. If you love yourself, you love others. If you don't love yourself, how can you love others?
All right, question number 8. What are your favorite qualities about each other? I can go.
You can go first.
I really like that I love that Rogers is very humble. For those of you who may know him personally, that they went to school with, they may know. You're already laughing. He's a very humble dude. He's down to earth, and even when the first thing I noticed about you, even when situations are so hard and frustrating, like you always remain so calm. Sometimes I'm not that, so it's something that I've learned from you. You are a very humble dude, and you're able to handle hard situations with a lot of humility and with a lot of patience. You take your time to even respond, which shows a lot about you as a person and your character. I really love that about you. I've told you so many times. I've said it so many times. And he's a person who gives second chances, a lot. Second, third, fourth chances. Yes, guys. Which can be good and not good sometimes, because people sometimes take that as an advantage. They take advantage and they walk all over you. But it's a good quality to have, even in a partner. So I really love that about you.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate that. Any other qualities? One more? Or I should go ahead.
What are your favorite qualities?
So my favorite qualities about Lucy is Lucy is always looking out for our family. Like, I mean, I look out for our family, but I feel like for her, she's very responsible. Like the quality of responsibility. She takes a lot of responsibility for our house, for the kids, for me, for her, for everybody in the house. Like, she's always looking out on these things that I don't know, the things that I don't imagine. Like, oh, we need this, oh, we need that. I'm like, okay, we need those. I didn't know. I mean, I'm an organized person. I'm not really bad at that, but I think she's also very organized. Like, Lucy is somebody who organized the closet like 10 times. Oh man, she's somebody who loves to organize things how we. Oh, the fridge has to be organized like this. Oh my God, it's really cool. Like for me, that element, maybe I have learned from her that that's a really great element. Like Lucy knows where where the new salt is and the old salt, where the new sugar is and the old sugar. So such elements, like people who she really takes care of detail. Like she goes an extra mile to look into detail for our family and for the kids and all that. I admire that. Another quality that she has, she listens. She's a very good listener. And when, like, even if something is not going really well in our relationship, she really listens, and she really evaluates, and like she said, I give second chances. Lucy does give second chances too. Like she has that element in her that I really admire. The other element would be she's very outspoken. You know, somebody outspoken. She can say whatever she want to say at any time to anybody. So, oh yeah, she can say what she want to say at any time to anybody. So I really admire that. Sometimes I may be a little bit different on that end, but she knows how to address that really good. Yeah, she's a spokesperson of the house. So. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That takes us to the next question. Yeah. Who is more organized? Oh my God. I just answered that from the previous question. Lucy is really organized, guys. So she's the most organized.
Yeah.
Want to read the next one?
Yeah, question 10. We have 4 more to go. If your home was on fire and everyone was out, what item would your partner go back and try to save?
So you are answering what I would go back and save, and I will answer what
I would go and save. Okay, I know you love working out, like Rogers. Do you see your face? Babe, you love working out a lot.
So what would I run back?
If we had the kids outside and I had a chance to come in and get something you really love and value, it would be your weights.
Oh.
I would come and try. I don't even know if I could manage to get them out because they're so heavy.
Yeah. But you know those weights won't burn. I mean, they are made. It's metal, so.
But it's something I know you hold very close to your heart.
Yeah.
He keeps them in the car sometimes so he can work out any minute.
I keep them in different places.
Any minute he gets.
Yeah. No, that's a topic for another day. I keep my weights in different places because I get lazy to work out, so I put them here or there, so they're accessible. So, and yo guys, the other thing that I forgot about is another quality of Lucy that I did mention. I mean, it is a quality of her that I think it's part of her. I don't even consider it a quality, but Lucy loves her Bible quotes, her Bible writings. She has this book where she writes her Bible quotes and writings. It's amazing. I think she would run back to grab that book. Yeah, she does outlines and summaries of whatever she reads in the Bible, and I think she would run back to get that book.
I will. You're right. You're spot on that. Yeah.
And that's another great thing that she helps with our family. She reminds me of the Bible sometimes, and we do read together sometimes. But she does it more than I do. So I admire her for that part. But it has helped me grow in that direction as well.
Yeah.
Knowing about the Bible and knowing about God is amazing. So
yeah,
it's one element that I admire about Lucy.
Yeah. Progress is a journey, guys.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, question 11. If you could go back to when you first started dating, what advice would you give yourself? If any.
Oh, I have that advice.
That's a fun one.
One is take time. Take time. Take time. Don't rush into any relationship. I could go back. The advice I could give anybody that is getting into a relationship is take your time. Take your time, guys. Take your time. You know why? because most people don't take time and the relationship may not end up well or something like that. Like for me, I am saying that it's not because of anything, but it's because I first tried Lucy, and when I tried her, I was about a sophomore in college, and she didn't take me. She took her time and took her time and took her time. Later, when I was a senior, I came back, and we are together now. But it's because the time that we took, that she didn't accept me as a partner, as a boyfriend. Everybody just went their way, and then we started being friends slowly by slowly. It helped the relationship grow, and we grew together, and now we know each other more. Like by the time I started dating her in my senior year, I knew Lucy in and out. I had eaten with her like a lot of meals. I had known a lot of things about her. We had hung out, so
Yeah.
I knew her.
Yeah, I think I can go off on that. It's true. Like when you're dating somebody, it's good to first really like the things, most I would say most of everything about them, right? Like hanging out with them. If you're gonna watch a movie, who would you pick to go watch a movie with? If you're gonna go eat out, who would you really enjoy going out to eat with? Like if you want
Going to the club, who are you gonna go with?
Yeah,
Going
even
to
just
the
spend
gym.
free time,
Yeah.
Who would you want to really spend time with? So that so those things help in dating, but they also help beyond dating.
Yep.
Because beyond dating is when other things come up and you're like, oh, how do we handle this? Oh, I didn't know this about you. But if you don't have that foundation first, it becomes really hard to tackle the bigger things, the bigger questions, the bigger challenges, right? Because you first you don't have a firm foundation. You have other preferences that you would rather, I don't know how to put this.
You don't have anything after
or
your
a lot of commonalities.
that.
Yeah. So it becomes really hard.
Yeah.
And relationships, you get your first big fight, you get your first big argument, you get your all these things come along. And so if you first didn't have that first foundation, or like being just friends at first,
that reminded me of something
really hard.
One of my friends used to tell me, before you really date somebody or you get into a marriage with somebody, have a big fight and see how they handle the fight.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody, you have the first fight and they just kill your car, they just break your windows,
kill
they
your
just
car,
get a gun, try to kill you. You will know, like, oh man, this wasn't the right idea.
I think, it's a really good thing, because dating is tricky, because everybody tries to put their best selves out there, but then there's this other, when challenges come, that's when you really know somebody. Like, how do they take challenges? How do they respond? Do they react? How do they react? Like, anyway, things like that. Question number 12. What is your idea of a healthy relationship?
A healthy relationship is a relationship where you work together with your partner. You discuss things together. You are growing together. You talk about everything together, and you are always a team. I think it's like you are friends, you are team players, and you are partners. Three things: friends, team player, and partners.
I think for me the same too. It's like friendship. I'm so glad we were friends before, because friendship plays a big part in that. We're friends, so we understand each other. My idea of a healthy relationship is that listening to each other, consulting each other. If something is not going well, being like, oh, hey, I noticed this and we could do this better. Or, like now we have kids, so I think this would be really nice for our family. What do you think?
Our kids. This would be great.
So that's my idea of a healthy relationship. Listening to each other, consulting each other. Me, most of the time, I'm trying to figure out what makes Rogers happy even before he says it, because that helps a lot. So those little things help a lot. The next question: what is your ultimate goal as a couple?
Oh yeah.
You already know that.
Our
one.
goal is to be happy,
It's to-
Our ultimate goal is to be happy and to make our kids happy and to be healthy, like to have the ultimate health relationships as a couple. So in this, we look at our growth, to grow together in the same direction, and to make the right decisions for our kids, and to make the right decisions for our family and ourselves. So we put family as a key, as a center for our relationship. Now that we have changed into a family, we're no longer just a couple.
Yeah, just me
So
and you.
our goals have tried to move towards family. And I hope you guys who are couples that are the couples with families, the couples with kids, I think you know what I mean. So you have to not only be happy, just me and Lucy. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Skylar won't let you.
That only
Yeah,
goes so
Ian.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think for me it goes along those lines. Like when you have kids, first of all, kids are their own individuals, you know?
yeah.
When you have kids, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you think they're gonna be like me, they're gonna like things that I like, it's like they're gonna represent you, but that's not the case. Right? Like we've learned along the way, kids are their own person, they have their own characteristics. So it's like God gave you this person, this little person to take care of. They're not like nothing like you, but they just have their own qualities and likes, and you're just there to support them through their life journey. That's number one. So if you think about that, and think about each other, you think about, okay, how best can we do this? You know, how best can we love so and so? How best can we make them happy? And how best can we also be happy?
Yeah, some people forget about themselves, but as a parent, you also have to remember yourself, and you have self-care, and then you also take care of the kids. If you're happy, you can make your kids happy. If you're miserable and not happy, you're not going to be able to balance that. So
that's
something that we already think
actually
about.
that's a really big deal. That I've also learned as a parent. Kids absorb a lot. They're like a sponge. If you're not really happy, even during the day, any time, they can sense that. Skylar is very good at asking, "Mommy, are you happy?" If she can sense that there's something like on my mind, and she'll try to figure it out, because she's trying to find out, oh, okay, did I do something, or is something, what's bothering Mommy? What's up? So you have to be very
kids are very observant. They can observe that you are happy or not.
They're very sharp,
and they can always they want to know what's happening. They're very curious. So you have to be keeping that in mind, and you have to get them as much involved as possible. So that's why we try to involve Skylar in anything. Even if you're going to a store, you're gonna use the bathroom, tell her, Skylar, I'm gonna take a shower, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. Like, it helps them to know that they are aware of their surroundings. So
I think my ultimate goal as a couple is just to be not the perfect, because I will never advise anybody to try to be the perfect parent, because that's just a messy road to go down. Just do your best. It's my goal as a parent is to just do, even in a relationship,
ask God for guidance. That's gonna help you out.
Ask God for guidance and just do your best to support each other, you know?
Exactly. So that brings us to the last question of this Valentine's Heart to Heart. I hope you guys are getting a bit of what our hearts are about, and what our relationship is about, and who we are as the Mutaawe family. So our last question is, what advice would you give other couples for a healthy relationship?
I think you had already kind of touched on that. It's take your time. Especially if you plan on being long-term, starting a family, living together. It mostly comes down to that. Take your time getting to know each other. Knowing the things that make each other happy, make each other tick. Everything, guys. See it's good to even see your partner when they are panicked. What do they do when they panic? What do they do when they're really angry? What
That's
do they
the
do?
fight that I told you. Make sure you see your partner.
So this is reality. Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, guys, happy Valentine's. This was so good to do.
I know.
Thank you, Griffins family, for bringing us together in this amazing collabo. I'm so happy to be here with my wife. This is a very strong woman. Is a very independent woman. She's a woman that has been here for me, has helped me to go through a lot. We have grown together. We have known a lot of things together. So thank you guys for reminding us who we are. And this was a great opportunity for us to share about who we are. Yeah. We already think, oh, we shall share those stories to our YouTube later. But, you know, Griffins, you guys brought out this side from us. And we would love to share more. And thank you so much for the opportunity. I love you so much, babe.
I love you too. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
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 We wish you a happy Valentine's again.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day and
see you in the next vlog.
Peace.
Peace. Bye bye.
Happy Valentine. Yo, we did it.
We did it.
Stop.